physiotherapist, any medical-related business in America has to back up their data using online backup and store it for 7 years. And you can sell your branded SOS technology to them as a HIPAA-compliant backup, DR, and archiving solution. And I said that they have to use online backup. They don't actually have to use online backup. But the way the rules are written is it effectively means online backup's the only technology they can use. So HIPAA has become a very rich vertical for our partners, and if you've got medical or medical-related businesses in your target market, then I think that's there's a very actionable opportunity for you to sell this into that sector. Our delivery and support, just coming back to the slide, our delivery and support infrastructure, 11 data centers worldwide. Actually, it says 10 here, but it's 11 now. We recently added a data center in Toronto, Canada. You've got a dedicated account manager. Our technical and sales training programs are excellent, and you'll hear more about those. And then from a margin standpoint, you're looking at a product that you can make anywhere from 20 to 60% gross margin on it with an immediate ROI. So we've got many partners who they take the wholesale price they buy from us at, mark it up 200%, and then sell it. And so they're then making, in some cases, an 80% gross margin on what they sell. So just flipping through some of these things. We've talked a lot about the infrastructure and the product. On the billing side, there's a lot of flexibility. Question here from Thomas Smith, is Toronto data center located at 151 Front Street? Thomas, I genuinely have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't know the street addresses of any of our data centers actually, but I'm sure one of the partner specialists could get that information for you. From a billing standpoint, you can either use our billing APIs or we can help you with billing solutions. So very flexible ways of working with you for you to build your customers. Marketing, we've got our entire partner resource center, which I'll turn to, and actually let's bring that up. So I've just brought up, hopefully you can see my browser. And so on the SOS website, if you click SOS for resellers, and if you, on the sub-nav, you can see here Partner Resource Center. And the Partner Resource Center is just one example of the sort of resources we can bring to bear to help you succeed in this market. So everything from email templates to help you to market to your leads and your prospects, through pricing guidelines, showing you how to price online backup for different markets that you're selling to, sales presentation templates that you can use to help sell your opportunities, full disaster recovery plan template that you can sell to your customers, proposal templates that you can use to give proposals and quotes, a 14-page ebook that we've written based upon the success of our partners who've really done well in this space, laying out a program for marketing and sales success in online backup. I think there are 8 steps that we extracted from those partners that you can follow, and for each step there are other resources in the PRC to use. So it's an amazing resource, the Online Backup Sales Guide. Some white papers containing a lot of the similar content to this presentation, but for example, tape versus online backup white paper. Training resources. So there's SOS trainings going on every day. There's 3 streams of training. There's a support training on how do you support your customers. There's a product training on learning the product, and there's sales training on how to sell the product. They're going on all the time, and as well there are training resources in the Partner Resource Center with videos and documents that you can use at any time you need. So it's really a wonderful resource for partners. And if you'd be interested in getting a look at some of that content prior to becoming a partner, call in and talk to our partner specialists and ask for some of, a preview of some of that content. I'm sure they can provide you access to some of it. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint deck. I want to talk a little bit about our sales organization because it's set up quite uniquely. Our sales org is set up so that our sales reps will actually work with you to help close business. So you can bring them into your calls with your customers, and they'll help you close deals. We've talked about training and technical support. When you become an SOS partner, you'll have no less than 4 people assigned to you. You've got your partner specialist, who will walk you through the whole process. Your account manager, who is your dedicated account manager, looks after the overall relationship for the lifetime of your relationship with SOS. dedicated support person who's assigned to your account, and what we call a partner delivery consultant, whose job it is to get you all the way from where you're sitting today into the market. So it's that first crucial 4 weeks of getting your sales and marketing plan built, designing your product, reskinning your product, getting your website launched, and getting you selling. One of the common questions we get in these presentations is who do SOS partners sell to? And so we've analyzed our partners and found that there's really 2 different ways of categorizing. You can either look at what is the business need that our partners sell to, or what are the vertical markets they're selling into. So I think I've already touched on most of these, but medical and healthcare, because of the HIPAA regulations, is a very, very rich vertical market. Financial services, similarly, because of the Sarbanes-Oxley regulations. Legal and government are both very strong. There aren't any specific regulations on a national level, but there are many recommendations from state bar and county bar associations across the country that members of the legal profession utilize online backup services, and in certain government bodies are actually required to use digital offsite backup services at both the county and state level throughout America. And education has long been a very large market for online backup. In terms of selling by business need, obviously this gets sold as just a general DR and archiving solution, but there are also some more specific ways that the product is sold. Laptop fleet protection, branch office protection, backing up servers, whether it's an email server, an app server, or a database server, and then also data access. It gets sold as a tool to enable remote workforces to access data centrally. So it's quite versatile and gets sold in many different ways. Case study here of a partner who's been particularly successful. I just want to show this up as an example of what's possible. This partner has got about 20 active customers and has built up a revenue model in which he's got a total cost of $5,900, but has I beg your pardon, that was completely wrong, revenue of $5,900, and that's recurring revenue. So in this case, he's selling it as a monthly managed service to his customers with quite a rich price point. So you can see in this top box, for example, is selling $750 a month package for all-you-can-eat business backup. Now, under the hood, he has to actually provision gigabytes, but the way he sells it is he sells it as unlimited business backup. And so his total cost on all these different streams that he's put together from us is $1,000, but his revenue stream is nearly $6,000, $5,900 a month. So he's built quite a nice little business, and you can see that his gross margin is 82% of product sold. So it really does, I think, highlight how generous the margin can be selling online backup, particularly into the small business space. Obviously, this person's selling to businesses, not selling to home users. But even if you're selling to home users, I mean, the margin can still be significant. It can still be 30 or 40%. On the screen here, we've got some examples of some more white-labeled product. But again, the best place to get examples of that is to talk to one of the partner specialists here at SOS. They can actually mock up what the product would look like for you. So if you call in and ask, what would my reskin product look like, they can organize a mock-up and get that to you within a few days. So you'd actually be able to see what the marketing collateral and the actual software technology would look like for you once it's been reskinned. And here are some other examples of rebranded product. This is our vulnerability scanner, which is a marketing tool we built for partners that it rapidly analyzes a PC and tells you how much data is on it to be protected. So you can see here this has been rebranded for ETTE, Online Backup, and we can rebrand this for you, for your brand. All right, so that brings us to the Q&A section of the webinar. I think we've covered all of this, but why partner with us? Technology, the price point, our delivery and support and training, and at the end of the day, because it can help you drive a high margin, recurring revenue business model from selling online backup as a managed service. So we'll turn to Q&A. If there are any questions, please type them now. I think Aaron Chandler's got his hand raised. And has had for 34 minutes. I apologize, Aaron. If you type your question, Okay, so Thomas Smith asks, what agents are available, e.g. SQL and Exchange? Thomas, we don't have dedicated SQL and Exchange agents. What we do is we work with a partner company who supplies us with their SQL and Exchange agents, and then we do that deployment for you. So we've got a service, what we call Complex Environment Support, CES, where basically you turn over an Exchange's back up to us, and we do it all for you. We do the labor, and we do the we provide all of the software. So we'll set up local backup and offsite backup, and CES costs $300 a year, so it's only $25 a month. Most of our partners offer that service because they can't manage the backup on a client's machine for only $25 a month. Now you would probably then be selling that to your customer at $200 a month. So that's the way we handle complex environments, and we can handle Oracle, SQL, Exchange, nearly any complex environment the CES team can handle. Henry Joe asks, what is the partnership cost? So Henry, we've got lots of different partnership levels. The easiest entry point is our Easy Start program, where for $250 a month you can get started. And you can learn more about that by calling in and talking to one of our partner specialists. They'll be able to give you all the details on that. Peter Daniels says, do you have a comparison of SOS features to Carbonite? Peter, yes. I'm sure if you ask one of the partner specialists for that, they'll be able to give that to you. We don't have it up on our website, but you can get that from the partner team. Katie Reed asks, if a client wants this and they're out of state, can I remotely deploy? Katie, if you can give me more details around that, you can deploy it remotely, but I'm not sure what deployment technology you're using, so it would depend upon what you're using to deploy. But almost certainly yes is the answer to your question. So Katie adds just to start a home user, for instance. Katie,